How many albums have you recorded?
No
Do you
idea.
remember?
No idea.
30,
No
40,
idea.
50 plus.
I don't know. It would be interesting to see. But yeah, I remember I gave around 10 different albums to EMI, to Cuba, and then I did like 6 or 7 albums to Blue Note. But before Blue Note and before EMI, I did 3 albums with a German label.
Okay.
Messidor, that was the name.
Messidor. Mm-hmm.
And also I recall like 3 or 4 albums in Cuba before I left Cuba for the EGREM, which is the local label in Havana, in Cuba. And a lot of collaboration with different people. Not only jazz, but also popular music, Cuban popular music, with different singers. I mean, I have been trying to learn how to play different styles and different kind of music, not only jazz.
Speaking of which, that I understand you're a virtuoso jazz pianist, and do you have, besides practicing piano, do you have time to compose a little bit?
I do.
During the day that when you're not traveling?
I do. That's another priority for me. I split the day when I'm home in 2 parts. I practice in the morning. I practice with my girlfriend, which is a piano. And I do compose in the afternoon. So it's hard because it's a lot of work, but I try to keep that balance in between my intentions as a piano player and also as a composer. Right now I'm working in a piece which is a 3-chapter piece.
3-chapter.
Chamber music with 8 instruments.
Wow. Chamber
And
music. Would this be a jazz style? Or
no, I don't know.
It's not.
I don't know.
If you need a cellist, call me.
No, I don't know. It's impossible for me. You know, that's a good point to talk about, because when I play, when I do music, I never turn any button of myself saying I'm playing jazz, or I'm playing classical music, or I'm playing this kind of music.
You're just yourself.
I just trying to understand the environment and the circumstance, and I'm trying to match with that circumstance. That's it.
Amazing.
That's the way.
As a classical musician, that we always have to have a sheet of papers, right? And we play note by note, line by line. And what I find so amazing about jazz musicians is you guys improvise. You don't have music, and like, how do you do that?
More or less.
And
more
what
or
goes
less.
through your mind when you are improvising a piece?
Well, you know, I try to have my music, even when I don't read it, I try to have it around. I need to have my charts somewhere that I know they are close. And sometimes I put them in the stand, even if I don't look at. The paper is there, the music is there. And not always, but in many occasions I do that. And it's true, we develop as improvisers the capacity to, I don't know if this is the right word, to memorize.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to say memorize, because if you say that as improviser you memorize what you improvise, and then you are not improvising.
That's right.
So, but it's true that you train yourself. You're making, 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours each day, training yourself, exploring possibilities, melodically, harmonically, rhythmically, tempos, moods, structures, form. At the end, when you go to the stage and you get in front of the instrument, it's true that you come with a lot of work done. But if you bring that to the audience as a book, as something that you are reading, the people would not be convinced. People would not be connected. They would be not able to create, to imagine a story connected with the music you're doing. So you have to be able to provoke reaction on people. And part of that reaction is when the people discover that you are sincere, musically speaking. So that you are not using cliche, or you are using all the time patterns or codes and trying to put that code with this one, link that with that, and then there you have the music, you know. No, in part you have to compose in the moment.
That is really difficult. And you are right.
It's another act of composition when you are improvising. And sometimes you get higher, you can fly really high, you can fluid, and sometimes you get not too high. It depends. But anyway, you have to fly. That's the point.